Nigerians have been outraged by Vice President Osinbajo's announcement that he will run for president in 2023 after the Vice President committed to upholding the policies of the Muhammadu Buhari administration. If by the grace of God, according to what he said, and the will of the people, I am given the opportunity, I think that first and foremost, we must finish what we have begun. Reads the presidential candidate's declaration statement. Nigerians have flocked to social media to condemn Mr. Osinbajo's decision to run for president, which they see as a threat to an already volatile country. Osinbajo wanted to continue from where Buhari stopped is a direct threat to Nigerian lives, according to some Nigerians, and a lot of back and forth, a lot of tweets here and there, a lot of complaints here and there. Nigeria has been a crime scene for nearly 8 years under Buhari, with the support of Osinbajo as his second in command, with less than a year to exit the presidency. The outlaw terrorists have attacked airports, bombed trains, abducted thousands, and demanded massive ransoms from their victims, emboldened by Buhari's laxity, whose dictatorship pays lip service to the atrocities inflicted by bandits. During Buhari's presidency, the controversial Operation Safe Corridor was criticized for reintegrating repentant militants who were responsible for the death of thousands of Nigerians and the looting of villages. To the dismay of many Nigerians, over 1,000 repentant Boko Haram militants have graduated from the program. Mr. Buhari and Osinbajo, premising their campaign slogan to fight against corruption in 2015, have safeguarded officials who declared or defected to the ruling All Progressives Congress while employing the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to witch hunt politicians from the opposition party. Apart from the perception of bias in the fight against corruption, Buhari's administration has also been accused of rashly borrowing and re-looting confiscated loot from previous administrations, including as that of late military dictator Sani Abacha. Buhari has also grown the country's debt the greatest, borrowing 3 times more than all previous presidents combined since the country's return to civil rule in 1999. Buhari's detractors are being silenced, as was the case during the NSAS protests in October 2020 when unarmed protesters were fired down by military troops at the Lekki toll gate. Buhari banned Twitter in the country for several months in an attempt to silence his opponents on social media, a clear infringement of citizens' right to free speech. Mr. Osinbajo's promise to keep Mr. Buhari's policies seem like a warning to Nigerians who want to get rid of the current regime's ineptness in dealing with the country's crisis. Well, to some people, they feel that, oh, it is nothing. Why should people be crying over this? That, oh, he has rights to contest. Why? Since he has rights to contest, also others have rights to vote or not to vote for him. Honestly, what can you say to some people who... Do you know the funniest thing? Some people are not even getting anything from all these politicians. We know that some people are doing that because of a psycho fancy, because of their acts of psycho fancies. But you know what? Some people are not getting anything, but ordinarily they just want things to continue to be like that. It will be better. It will be better. Oh, so far they like somebody, or they just follow some people gullibly or sheepishly. They don't care. They don't care at all. And that is why you see that they will continue to counter those who are saying, how can we continue with this kind of system that everyone is praying to get out of? And he has been accused, Osinbajo has been accused several times of keeping quiet. Oh, they will tell you he's just a spare tire. He does not have much to say. He does not have this and that. The same Osinbajo was accusing Atiku of not doing anything while he was the vice president under Obasanjo. Now, they are making excuses for him. It's unfortunate. Some people still make excuses for the devil. So if they make excuses for the devil, so what else do you expect them to do when it comes to people who are devils incarnate in the recess. It's unfortunate. Why would Nigerians not be troubled? Why would they not be troubled? If some people believe that suffering is their watchword, you don't need to drag other people into it. You don't need to do that. The Vice President Osinbajo should have prepared to leave when the ovation is loudest. As it is now, is drifting gradually till it goes into political oblivion. Lesson learned: one should not be too selfish with power. If you could serve for 8 uninterrupted years as Vice President, he should be grateful to God and to his benefactor. In the population of over 120 million people, it is by grace Asiwaju Bola Tinubu for president in 2023. Some people are even making a bigger mistake. None of them worth that position. None of them. Well, he has the right and is far better than some working corpses declaring interest for president. The only thing I would say is that this is the right time to heal the old wound against the Southeasterners. Will they allow that? Even if they allow that, are you going to get the right person in from the Southeast? Or is it going to be business as usual, just the way the Northerners are doing? Igbos will get there too. They'll begin to say it is our time. You don't have right to do anything, to talk to us. If you get the wrong person, if you get the wrong person. Well, Osinbajo, do you even know what you mean in this contest? What is left of Nigeria by Buhari will be finished up by you. We reject it for you. We can't wish this for our enemy, not to talk of one's friend. Mr. Man, mind your language. Who are the Nigerians that are outraged? Like I told you, if you are not outraged, I'm sure the suffering is okay by you. We are outraged by the killings, the poverty and suffering. You are probably the only exception, being ROCCG biased or ROGGC biased. Who says Nigeria is angry about the declaration of Osinbajo? No, maybe his political godfather. We are behind him. What do you want him to say before to insult his boss? Okay, now if he does not insult the boss, now you people will continue to suffer. You don't want to say the truth. You are making excuses for him again. Continuity of suffering, agony, sorrowful, starving, bandit killing, Boko Haram bombing, and Esme destroy her farms. God forbid. Bad tenure of 16 years of Osinbajo. You continue that mission in your family, not in Nigeria. Instead of that, let's split into 3. Shikina, Gaskia. This is how they will be campaigning against the candidates on social media, making all the noise when it comes to re-election time. When the electorate make their choice, you see a different verdict. But those who always go to vote and at the end of the day they scatter the place for them, so that one is it on social media? Because these are the propaganda the people use. So does it mean people don't go out to vote? It's not compulsory that everybody must vote. Some people will start talking on social media why we have people who are always on ground and they will not even allow them, or they will smash the ballot box, or they will rig the election. So what are we talking about? He has killed his presidential ambition with his empty speech. How can somebody be telling us koro like this that security, economy, ease of doing business is has improved? Hey. I tire for these people. I tire for these people. I really tire for them.